Welcome all in my class. Today topic is basics of clinical trials. So clinical trial are research studies performed in people that are aimed at evaluating a medical, surgical or behavioral intervention, and they are the primary way that researchers find out if a new treatment like a new drug or a diet or medical device, for example pacemaker, is safe and effective in the people. So often a clinical trial is used to learn if a drug, a new treatment is more effective or less harmful, and it exhibit a less side effect than the standard treatment. So in the previous lecture, we have learned about the overview of drug discovery, screening assay, drug development process, hit to lead discovery, drug discovery strategies from hit discovery to the lead optimization, and the source of new drugs. So today's lecture objective is to learn about the clinical trial, phases of clinical trials, process of clinical trial, and types of clinical trial. A clinical trial is only done when there is a good reason to believe that a new test or treatment may improve the care of the patients. So before the clinical trial, tests and treatments are assessed in the preclinical research, and we have learned a lot in the previous lecture about the preclinical research. So it is important to recognize that the clinical research is not always devoted to finding the next blockbuster drug. Clinical trial also can contribute in valuable information about the benefits and the safety of existing therapies, providing doctors and patients with the reliable information for choosing between the alternative treatments. So preclinical research is not done with the people. So it assesses the feature of a test or the treatment. For example, the research may aim to learn if a device is harmful to the living tissue. Another aim may be to learn more about the chemical makeup of a drug. So after preclinical research, test, treatment, go through a series of clinical trials. Clinical trial assess if test or treatment are safe for any work in the people. Clinical trial have 5 phases that will be covered in the next slide, and the phases are described next using the example of the new drug treatments. So we will learn about the phases and process of the clinical trials. So phases of the clinical trial includes 5 phases, like phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4. So let's start the process of clinical trial. The process of clinical trial take up to 5 to 15 years, and some special designations can speed up the process of the clinical trial also. For example, in the development of the corona vaccines, uh, the here you can find the some accelerated speed of the clinical trial process. So after the preclinical study has been validated, it is performed to explore if and how a new drug may work. So in the preclinical study, we test the toxicity in the animal, and we can file the investigational new drug applications. So it describes the manufacturer's plans for the testing of the drug in the clinical trial. If approved by the FDA, the manufacturer becomes the sponsor of an existing IND. So after performing preclinical study, a drug approved for the human testing. So in the previous class we have discussed that before proceeding to the clinical trial, there is need for the preclinical study that include a rodent as well as non-rodent model. So after performing the preclinical study, phase 0 can be started, and it is a micro dosing phase. Then after performing of the phase 0, the, the trial proceed to the phase 1 stage, and in the phase 1 stage it is the drug is evaluated for the safety, and we determine the safe doses. The also we can identify the side effects of the small dose. So after performing of the phase 1, we proceed for the phase 2, and in the phase 2 the test effectiveness of the drug can be tested, and also further we can evaluate the safety parameters. So then a drug may be proceed for the phase 3 clinical trial. So in the phase 3 clinical trial, it confirms the effectiveness of that drug. It also monitor the side effects. Here you can compare to other treatment also, and you collect the information of the effectiveness and the side effect of the your drug. So after completion of phase 3, a drug can be submitted for the FDA for their approval process. So in the FDA review process, we can file the new drug application, and the new drug application is reviewed by the competent authority. In the USA it is FDA. So once the drug has successfully completed the phase 3 trials, um, the manufacturer generally submit a new drug application to FDA. So approximately 85.3% are approved. So to confirm the safety and effectiveness of the drug, FDA the review the process. After when a drug is approved by the FDA, then your drug will be translated for the or move for the phase 4 stage. So in the phase 4 stage, we evaluate the drug over the time in a large number of the patients. So it provides additional information after approval, including risk, benefit and usage of the drug. So phase 0 clinical trial developed in response to the United States FDA recent exploratory investigational new drug guidance, and are intended to expedite the clinical evaluation of new molecular entities. So the exploratory IND supports the performance of first in human testing of a new investigational agent at sub-therapeutic dosage based on reduced manufacturing and toxicological requirements, allowing the demonstration of drug target effects and assessment of the pharmacokinetic pharmacodynamic relationship in human earlier in the clinical development. So the objective of phase 0 cancer clinical trial are to establish at the very earliest opportunity before large number of the patient have been occurred and exposed to the potential drug association toxicity, whether an agent is modulating its target in a tumor, and consequently whether further clinical development is warranted. So phase 0 of a clinical trial is done with a very small number of people, usually fewer than 15. So the purpose of this phase is to help speed up and streamline the drug approval process. So investigator use a very small dose of medication, that is also called microdose, to make sure it not harmful to the human before they start using it in a higher dose for later phases. So if the medication acts differently than the expected, the investigator will likely to do some additional preclinical research before deciding whether to continue the trial. The phase 1 trial aims to find the best dose of a new drug with the fewest side effects. So during phase 1 of a clinical trial, investigators spend several months looking at the effect of the medication on about 20 to 80 people who have no underlying health conditions. So this phase aims to figure out the highest dose human can take without the serious side effects. Investigators monitor participants very closely to see how their bodies react to the medication during this phase. So while the preclinical research usually provides some general information about dosing, the effect of a medication on the human body can be unpredictable. So in addition to evaluating safety and ideal dosage, investigators also look at the best way to administer the drug, such as orally, intravenously, or topically. According to the FDA, approximately 70% of the medications move on to the phase 2 trial. The phase 2 of a clinical trial involves several hundred participants who are living with the condition that the new medication is meant to treat. So they are usually give the same dose that was found to be safe in the phase 1 clinical trial. So investigator monitor participant for several months or year to see how effective the medication is and to gather more information about any side effect it might cause. So while conducting phase 2, it involved more participants than the earlier phases. It's still not large enough to demonstrate the overall safety of a medication. However, the data collected during this phase helps investigators come up with method for conducting phase 3 trials. So the FDA estimates that about 33% of the medications move on to the phase 3 trials. The phase 3 trials of clinical study usually involve up to 3000 participants who have the condition that the new medication is meant to treat. So trial in this phase can last for the several years. The purpose of phase 3 is to evaluate how the new medication works in comparison to the existing medication for the same condition. To move forward with the trial, investigators need to demonstrate that the medication is at least as safe and effective as existing treatment options. To do this, investigators use a process called randomization, and the randomization process is called as gold standard process in the clinical trial. So this involves randomly choosing some participant to receive the new medication and other to receive an existing medications. So the randomization can be done using with the help of computer. Phase 3 trials are usually double blinded, which means that neither the patient nor the investigator know which medication the participant is taking. This helps to eliminate the bias when interpreting the results. So the FDA usually require a phase 3 clinical trial before approving a new medication. Due to the larger number of participants and longer duration of phase 3 trials, rare and long-term side effects are more likely to show up during this phase. So if the investigator demonstrated that the medication is at least as safe and effective As other already on the market, the FDA will usually approve the medications. So roughly 25 to 30% of medications move on to the phase 4 trial. The phase 4 clinical trials test new drug approved by the FDA. So the drug is tested in the several hundred or thousand of the patients. So this allows for the better research on short-lived and long-lasting side effects and the safety. For instance, some rare side effect may only be found in the large group of the people. So doctor can also learn more about how well the drug works and if it is helpful when used with the other treatments. Now we will learn about the types of clinical trial very superficially because I will cover this topic in our next lecture. So there are the two main types of clinical trial or study, that is interventional or the experimental study and the observational clinical trial study. So the experimental clinical trial is a clinical trial study and it has the 5 phases, and the interventional trials aim to find out more about particular intervention or the treatment. People taking part are put into the different treatment group so that the research team can compare the results. So we have discussed some thing in our previous slide in this lecture, whether the observational study aims to find out what happened to people in different situations. So the research team observe the people taking part, but they do not influence what treatment people have. So the people taking part are not put into the treatment groups. So observational study can be classified into two types, that is descriptive observational study as well as the analytical observational study. Whether the descriptive observational study, clinical study has three types like case report, cross-sectional clinical trials and the case series. Whether the analytical observational study also has three different parts like case control, cohort analytical and the meta-analysis. So we will discuss more about in for the types of clinical trial in our next lecture. So in this lecture we have discussed about the clinical trial and their basic concepts, the phases of the clinical trial, the process of the clinical trials as well as the types of clinical trial. Here I have listed some references by which you can explore and gain more knowledge about the phases and process of the clinical trial as well as the types of clinical trials. So please go through with this link and you can search and more and more. So now time for the question, and I am giving you some question for your practice, for your homework. So the first question tells about what is the difference between the clinical trials and the preclinical study. So you have to find out the differences between the preclinical study as well as with the clinical studies. The second question asks about the discuss about the IND and NDA. I have covered the full form of this term in previous slide. So you just go to the our previous slides in this lecture and you will find about this. So we will also learn IND and NDA in more detail in our next lecture. Next question. In the next question, you will elaborate the phases of the clinical trials. I have explained some in the basic details of the phases of the clinical trial, but you need to discuss and explore these phases of the clinical trial and their significance and their importance by in your home by searching the internet and the literature review process. Next, you should examine the types of the clinical trials. So I have discussed very briefly about the types of clinical trial in this lecture. So you just find out what is the types of clinical study and let me know, and we will cover, we will learn with you in the next lecture about the types of clinical trials. So be prepared for this. Thank you for the listening. Thank you everyone.